Momentous Monday to you. Good morning, my friends. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What a relaxing weekend. What a relaxing weekend. Hopefully you got a chance to recharge, hopefully. I want to hear all about everything you did. What did you do? What did you see? What did you eat? What did you drink? I want to hear all the details this morning. You can share with me, family. 513-873-7134. Now, you see the cover art. Man catches wife cheating, stabs her and the dude. Have you seen this video? I'm not going to play it on the show because it's too violent. Yeah, I cannot play it on today's show. I can just talk about it. I can send you a link. You can check it out for yourself. It is violent. I saw it early over the weekend. I thought, And the spirit in which I approach this topic is, this is advice for my fellas out there. Because men, we got our egos, we have our pride. God, that's God, made us a certain way. And I want to make sure that the male members of my audience, if you're ever in a situation like this, that you've had some practice on what to do, on how to react to this kind of situation. Homeboy right there, you can see it's kind of very blurry. It's done that way purposely to protect the innocent and the victims. Let's just say it ended very badly for everybody. And I don't want you to go out like that. I want to share with you this morning. That's just the tip of the iceberg, man. We got a lot of stuff to talk about this morning. Local issues, regional issues, national issues, cultural issues. Culturally speaking, did you get a chance to get out and play in the sun over the weekend here in Cincinnati? You had the Cincinnati Music Festival weekend traditionally, but because of COVID, things were kind of rearranged. Well, what's the difference? What's the difference between having it in downtown Cincinnati and having it on Yateman's Cove? Were there some city restrictions? I don't know. Did you get a chance to attend the festivities? If so, what did you think? The wifey and I just did what we do now, just where we are in life. We just kind of walk through. We walk through and we check out the spot and we see people we recognize and we roll out. That's what we did. Our weekend, on a personal level, I think the weekend was very, very good. We had an excellent weekend, man. It was great. 21st anniversary birthday weekend. We chilled with friends, family, each other. We did the whole 9 yards. We had a great time. But I'm more interested in you. I want to know what happened with you over the weekend. That's what I'm interested in. 513 873 7134. You can see my number right there. Should be in the bottom left hand. Yeah, there it is. Bottom left hand corner of today's show. What did you do over the weekend? What's going on? Listen, let me start with some Monday motivation. I'm not sure what you're working on. I'm not sure what your goals are, but you can make this happen, Captain. One day at a time, one project at a time, one issue at a time. You can make this happen. Don't let your friends dissuade you. Don't let your family dissuade you. Stay on your path and don't be afraid to take a risk this week. All right. I want everybody in the audience to make sure to promise yourself, not to me, because it's going to enrich your life, not mine. Take a risk. Step out on faith, right? Make it happen. The best things in life are outside of your comfort zone. If you're feeling comfortable, you ain't doing something right. Something wrong. Something is wrong. Good morning to you. 513-873-7134. Please share, and then share this show some more on Facebook. We're back on Facebook after a few week hiatus, a forced hiatus. But my friends not always act like my friends, though, over at Facebook. We back. We're also on YouTube. We're on the Spreaker Network this morning, and we're on TuneIn. So if you use any of those platforms, great. If you can hear my voice, then probably you're using those platforms. But I want to let you know, you might be on Spreaker like, oh, I rock with Tune. I didn't know Nate was there. Boom, we there. Or vice versa. You might be a YouTube person, which I have slowly become myself. But we on Facebook too. You might be a Facebook person, but from time to time you get on YouTube. I want to make sure that you know exactly where we are, and I am at all times. Now, over the weekend, you had a couple of podcasts from CDM. You had the Straight Talk Live on Sundays at 10 a.m. Edna is back. Tell everybody, tell your mama and them. If you live in the Cincinnati area and you're a talk radio listener, you used to get up on a Sunday and listen to Edna Howe. I used to get up on a Sunday and listen to Edna Howe. And she's back and ever. It's even more convenient to plug into the show. And now you can see her. You can see her. You can see her via Facebook Live every Sunday at 10 a.m. And this last show, she did a show with a Black IT specialist talking about cybersecurity, how you can protect your internet networks, some tips, things you can do. They talk about everything. Check it out. It's up on Facebook right now. She's got a Facebook page as well called Straight Talk Live with Edna Howe. Connect with Edna. And if you got ideas for topics or things that are going on, hit her directly up. Also, just yesterday at 5:30 p.m., the Melanin Insights podcast was back. The ladies were looking spectacular, looking and sounding great as usual. They had a few week hiatus, had some things going on, needed some time. But that's just the nature of this biz. It was great to see them. They had a guest on as well. Brother Aaron was with them. They was talking about numerous issues. It's a great synergy between them. Great synergy. And this is new Black media. These are new voices. All right. And I 100% believe in the power of digital media and 100% believe in the power of amplifying Black voices. 100%. Let me see here. Oh, absolutely. You're all right. Yeah, I got you, bro. You already know. I got you 100%. We're going to run through all of them per our conversation. Believe that. But okay, check out the Melanin Insights podcast. If you miss it, it's up right now. I thought it was a great conversation. The show has just got a good vibe to it. And you get a chance to hear from the unfiltered voices of Black women, which we can't hear enough of. I'm all about it. Good morning to you. Again, 513-873-7134. Okay, again, I'm not doing this because I want to push you to do a damn thing. I want you and your people to be happy and safe. That's it. Other than that, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm not trying to push you in one direction or the other. But I'd be remiss in my duties if I did not relay to you the latest as it relates to the coronavirus. Coronavirus. Remember that Cardi B? Coronavirus. And there's more reports out there saying that the Delta variant is rising in the Black community. Experts are saying get vaccinated. Now, I already know people. I already know. Some of y'all feel like, and maybe you're righteous in feeling this way. You're justified. You feel like they're trying too hard. Okay, great. But it's my job just to tell you what's out there. You can make your own decision about whether you think it's real or not. So they're saying the Delta variant is rising in the Black community. I was out this weekend and it wasn't a whole lot of people wearing masks. Let's put it that way. When the wifey and I, we just walked through, I had my mask on. She was kind of mask on, mask off. Mask on, mask off. Mask on, mask off. I was more mask on. We walked through at least the unpaid portion. I saw people that was trying to break into the event. I told the wifey, I'm like, man, they do that over at is that Season Good Pavilion or Yateman's Cove, whatever it's called, Bicentennial Commons. I'm not sure. There could be 3 different places. But I'm talking about where the Cincy Soul concert was last night. If you got a chance to attend, I'd like to get your thoughts on it. I do know that the Isley Brothers was late, like real late. I don't know how I would have reacted to that. Waiting around for 4 hours, I probably would have left. That's just me. Like 4 hours, that's a whole shit. That's 2 shows. That's like 2 days worth of work. 4 hours? I don't have 4 hours to blow, man. But I get it. Sometimes things happen. There's so many things and variables that go into something like that, I'm sure, that are just outside of our knowledge. But I saw some images and people seem to have a good time. People said the SWV killed it and the Isley Brothers were great. I mean, I'm sure it was a great concert once things got started. So hopefully you got the best out of it. But when I was down there, I could see people like, going over the fence and going around the fence. I'm like, where the cops at? Don't know. If you got a chance to go, I'd love to get your thoughts about it. Then, of course, they had a free concert down on the square. So it was a lot of things going on. People were down on, we were everywhere over the weekend. We were all downtown, just having a great time. I love to see downtown Cincinnati electric with commerce, especially when Black folks is getting some of that money. I love to see it. I love to see it in general, but I'm just saying I got a soft spot for Black Wall Street types. You know what I'm saying? But what else happened over the weekend? I did not get a chance to attend the unveiling of the plans for the Black Music Hall of Fame. I did see images and video of it. I saw a lot of people that I recognize and know that were there. It looked like it was a great event. Shout out to Alicia Reese and her team for pushing and making that happen. I think it's going to be a great addition to the local tapestry here. We need these kind of things in the city of Cincinnati, and that's great. You know what I'm saying? We repping Black artists, y'all, from the Black Mural Project to now over at the Black Cincy Hall of Fame. And like I said, there could be worse things that we're invested in. We could be invested in worse things. All right. Good morning to you. Again, 513-873-7134. I'm sharpening my knives. Can you hear it? Because August is right around the corner, and you know what that means. Back to school. Back to school. Can the church say amen? Back to school. Y'all ready? Are you ready for this? The kids aren't ready. You know that. Like, damn, yo, we just left. We just left. We back already? That's right. This time, we got a brand new interim superintendent, who I keep hearing good things about from credible sources. Keep hearing great things about her from credible sources. So, I got a positive attitude about it right now. We'll see. Can't wait to catch up with her. But you got a brand new school season coming. And is CPS ready for the new Delta variant? Because from the school report, we're hearing they're stepping away from COVID protocols they put in place last year. But in the community and in the news, we're hearing about the Delta variant going up. And we're hearing about how Black people in particular are in the ranks of the unvaccinated. And we all know that the majority of CPS students are Black. How is this going to work? Are we going to see a rise in COVID-19 infections once school starts open again? Did CPS back away from some of its promises? I'll tell you what, I had a very interesting conversation with someone over the weekend that's got insight in these kind of things. And this person was sharing their honest thoughts with me. And it was amazing how it was so congruent with my own thoughts about CPS. I guess it's just not me, huh? It's not just me. Everybody can see it. I'll say it again. I am going to be super critical on all these, even more so than usual, because I feel like we letting people slip through the rocks. I feel like we let people slip through the rocks and they got on the school board and did some of the dumbest issue you ever heard in your entire life. And I'm not for it. I'm not for it. So I'm sharpening my knives. I'm getting prepared for the interviews. It's August now, so you can expect school board and so August, September, October is when we're gonna start doing those interviews. I'll probably start it like the end of August because I don't want to do it too early. I want to make sure that we get a chance for the candidates to fully be in campaign mode, to fully think about what their campaign goals are. I will tell you one thing that I'm seeing with some of these campaigns, and I'm gonna call everybody out there. Ain't no friends on this. If they get mad, they get mad. But I'll just say this generically, just out there for everybody, is one thing that I'm seeing from a lot of people that's running is that they're posting pictures talking about volunteer for me and like this, and I'm running, but you ain't telling us what policies that you support. I'm seeing the school board, city council. I'm seeing all these people posting. I'm at this event. I'm at that event. We canvassing. Come volunteer. They taking pictures with other candidates, but you ain't telling us what you stand for. You ain't telling us what you're gonna do. You ain't telling us that, and I'm gonna ask you. I'm telling you, so get ready. Don't come on this show. I'm disrespectful to me personally. If you come on this show with some well, let me think about it. Oh, well, once I get in a position, I'll know. That shit ain't gonna work here. I'm going to call you out. Get your game ready. We deserve to know that you know what you're going to do. I hate it when politicians be like, well, let me get into the office and then I'll tell you more. Huh? I could do that. So without saying any names and speaking very generally, because I see this across the board, is I'm seeing a whole lot of candidates posting pictures and you posting pictures of other candidates, but you ain't talking about what policy you are either going to conceive and bring to the table or you support. And that's what really matters. I don't give a damn about you posting pictures with people that's got endorsements from the same party as you. That shit don't mean nothing to me. I don't give a damn about you posting pictures at the latest event. What I want to know is what the fuck you gonna do? What do you support? What ideas you support? That's what really matters. Somebody should tell these candidates, man, y'all should already know this. Then say, I gotta be the bad guy and then bring you back to the light. Well, then I'm just gonna be the bad guy then. I'm saying it right now. I know a lot of folks to this show. I'm telling you. What's wrong with Nate? Nate is on some real ish. That's what's wrong with Nate. I want to know, what are your policy ideas? Whether they're brand new ideas or they're ideas that are already on the table that you support. I want to know what you're going to do. And taking pictures with other candidates don't do a goddamn thing for me. Am I the only one that feels that way? I can't be. 513-873-7134. Back to this viral video here, yo. This viral video. The video is so wild, yo. I can't even show you. They'll shut me down if I showed you this video. That's how it's violent. When I saw the video, it was on the internet. I was surprised I was able to watch it. It's not for the squeamish. And it's not for the squeamish at all. And in the video, what you see are two individuals, male and female, who are being intimate. They're in the middle of the throes of passion. I don't know if they're in a hotel room or something like that. And then all of a sudden, another man kicks the door in. Boom, kicks the door straight in. The dude who, let's say, was in a, we'll say a canine position, he jumps up butt ass naked, to face the dude that walks in. The dude walks in with a knife in his right hand, comes in swinging, y'all. And I'm talking about swinging, not like play swinging. I'm talking about for real, trying to take somebody out the game swinging. He's swinging that knife, swinging it, swinging it. The dude runs out the door butt naked. The woman is left in the room with the man with the knife, who has been identified, I guess, as her husband or boyfriend. And then he turns his attention on her. And let me just say, it was not good. It's not good. Again, it's not for the squeamish. Squeamish people are not going to be able to watch that. I didn't know what I was watching it. Like, had I known what was in the video, would I have watched it? Probably so. But I'm just saying, I had no idea what I was watching at all. I'm like, what in the hell? What's this? I'm like, what is this? It was real, family. It got real quick. It got real quick. And I mean, I don't even know how the video. I don't even know what happened in the video. I would not be surprised if there was a fatality. I would not be surprised at all from what I saw in that video. But it just gave me an opportunity to talk about this. I gotta talk with my fellas out here, man. Like, look, let me say this to you one more again. Let me say this to the fellas one more again. It's so easy to say when you sitting at home on a radio show and everything's going right and you ain't got no problems. Matter of fact, when I say this, let me bring the cam up. There I am. I'm repping the Kings again. What up? I rep Black on Business. Well, yeah, I'm here. Good morning to you. Man, that video, let me show you again. This video right here. Ooh, wee. But there's some life lessons in this that I can share with you without even sharing the video with you, because I just can't do it. Facebook and YouTube and everybody shut me down. It's that violent. It's like some scene. It's like a scene straight out of a movie. I thought it was like for fake at first. And then it ends very badly. It ends very, very badly. But you know what? Men and our egos, man. A man's ego, a man's pride is a very, very, that's a thing that's not made to be played with. Am I looking good? Think so. Rep the king, down with the kings. A man's ego is is a very sensitive thing. Very sensitive. Tiffany writes, that woman died. RIP to her. I'm not surprised by what I saw in that video. I mean, dude was on. Daryl writes, how was it recorded? That's a damn good question, Daryl. I don't know how it was recorded, because the video is like, it's like up in the corner, like on the ceiling. And I'm like, they do that? They do that at a Holiday Inns? I don't know where they were. Airbnb. It seemed like it was maybe a hotel for whatever reason. Maybe it was his home. You know, that would make sense. Maybe it was their home, and he had a video set up, and that's how he knew what was going on. I'm just telling you, dude came in on one, and I think they call that a crime of passion. And I can understand a crime of passion. Like, something happens and you just react to it. And before you know, you're like, what did I do? I can understand that. I can totally understand a crime of passion. If you're dealing with somebody who you got a long-term relationship with, maybe y'all married and maybe y'all been going through things, you feel like you've been giving your all, and you find out he or she has been cheating on you. And so you just snap. That's the real thing. What I would say is a couple things about that video. Number one, to my fellas out there, and again, this is so easy for me to say, but it's so hard to do in the moment. If you have been good to a woman and she dog you out and she play you and she cheat on you and she play you like you're a fool, you don't have to get angry. You don't have to break anything. Just simply walk away. You know, what I saw in that video is like, so what's the end result of all of this? Are you getting some? You're silly. Are you gonna get some? Can I get some tea? You a silly head. Can I get some tea? Thank you. The wife, you being funny. You ain't got to do all of that. Like, so what happens now? So you didn't kill your wife. You took a stab at the dude, and now you on your way to prison. Like, that's really what you want to go to prison for? Like, I don't ever want to go to prison. Prison, jail, that's the last place I ever want to be. If I do, I want it to be worth it. I want it to be worth something. When I'm sitting in jail for years and years and years, I want to feel like, F it. This is what I wanted, and I did what I wanted to do. It's got to be something that means it. You know what I'm saying? And here you are, you're gonna give up the rest of your life for somebody that was cheating on you. I I just I get the moment. Like as a man, you see something like that with your lady, shit, all you see is red. I get it. I understand 100%, but damn it, you got to think about it. You got to think about it. And woo, let's just say it was, I can't even get the image out of my head. And I really feel for that woman, man, because did she deserve that? I would say no. I would say no. Um, but at the same time, things happen. People have different issues happen in relationship. Everybody deal with different things differently. And sometimes people don't deal with things the way they're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? And Anthony writes, the moral of the story is don't play with people's hearts. The moral of the story is, I think part of the moral of the story is don't mess with married people, because married people is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? A married woman is dangerous. A married man is potentially dangerous. Potentially, I'm just being honest with you. Especially a married woman, because you never know the mind state of her husband. You never know that. And she might be telling you one thing, and it could be a whole different thing going on. That's just, I had a partner once I used to work with. I don't know how the conversation came up, but he used to swear up and down that he would never mess with a married woman at all, under no circumstance, because he had a bad circumstance happen to him. He hooked up with a woman that was in a hotel room. They about to smash or whatever. Huh? Who's that? Room? I didn't order room service. It was her husband. Broke him up for that ish for the rest of his life. He said he'd never go down that road again. I can see that. Because you just never know. You just never know what people got going on in their relationships. You never know the sacrifices that people make. And then when something like that happens, they thinking about all of that. Like, oh, I did this for you. I could have did this. I could have did that. Them motherfuckers might take you out the game in a very grisly way. That whole married thing is a very, very, very sensitive thing. Very sensitive thing. I know how dudes are. Dudes are like, oh, it's somebody else's, but she gonna give it to me. I get it. I understand all of that. Be careful. You might get exactly what you asked for. Did she deserve that? I don't think anybody deserved to go out like that. And what I saw, I'm talking about. If you don't know what we're talking about this viral video I saw over the weekend. And let's just say it was not good. See how fuzzy that is? Let me move Anthony's message here. And props to Anthony, man, for all your posts on the friends page, bro. I appreciate you. But you got 3 people there. When the video starts, you see a man and a woman, and let's just say they are being intimate. And then all of a sudden, boom, the door gets kicked in by the dude there on the left. You can't really make it out, but in his right hand is a knife. And when he comes in swinging. And the dude that's on the right there, you can tell he's on he's got his shirt off. And his junk is being pixelated so we don't get kicked off of social media. And you got the woman who's in the bed. The husband, turns his attention to the other dude and just starts swinging on him with the knife. I mean, swinging. Dude was going for the jugular. He was playing no games. And the dude ran out the door. Now, wait a minute. Wait. If you're going to do something like that, you can't run out the door now. You got to stay and defend her. True or false? You got to stay. You can't run out the door because you wouldn't run out the door before he got there. It was all good. When the husband show out, you can't run out the door and say, oh, that's between y'all. No, Negro, that's between us now. That's between us. You was here. You going to stay here. Dude runs out the door to save his own self and then left the woman that he was hooking up with to get stabbed. Somebody said to death. Tiffany writes, oh my, I just looked at the video. Looked like something straight out of a movie. Tiffany, doesn't it? I can't play the video. It's just some things I'm not willing to do. Even if I didn't think that, and I'm not really sure we would get a strike or anything from Facebook or YouTube. I just don't want to play it. I don't want to play the nature of it because it's just really too grisly. It's just way too grisly. And you got to check it out for yourself. Yeah, wait. So dude's in the middle of it. Husband kicks in the door, starts swinging on him. Dude runs out the room and leaves her. Runs out the room and leaves her. And he should have stayed to defend her. It just goes to show what kind of character he has as a man. At the very least, if you're gonna take it this route with a married woman, you got to stay and get that heat and protect her. Fame writes, if you're not playing a video, post a link. I think you're right about that, sir. Good morning to you, Mr. Rothstein. I will do just that. I plan to do that anyway. But since you're asking, I'll go ahead and do it right now for you so you can check it out for yourself. And what I will say is that it is not for the faint of heart. It's graphic. It ends very quickly. It starts fast and ends fast. And whoa. It's on World Star right now, just so you know. And it's got more views than any of the other videos, and I'm not surprised. It just wasn't a good look. It wasn't a good look. And dude was really in his feelings. And I can get that. But I want to say to my fellas out there, you ain't got to do all of that, man. I just posted a link for you right there at 806. Check it out for yourself and then give me drop a comment or give me a call and tell me what you think. Dude ran out the room like a straight up Mitch. Oh, that was an artwork from yesterday. Melanin Insights podcast. Ladies looking good and sounding good as always. Yo, if you're going to do all that, when the husband rolls up, you can't run out the door and leave her by herself with her angry husband. Like, oh, that's y'all. Negro, you was in this too. It's us now. We got a problem. Okay. Ladies, what do you think in a situation like that? What's the right thing to do? What's the right thing for the other man to do? You tell me. Nikki writes, they say dude is in ICU. I could see that. I could see that because it was close quarters and dude was swinging for the fences, so to speak. That's a baseball reference, meaning he's swinging for home runs. Dude was swinging for the fences. He was swinging for everything he had. The blade looked like it was about 6-7 inches. We always talk about gun violence, man, but before guns, there were blades. And a blade will take you out this game as quick as a gun will. We so focused on gun violence, we just overlooked that. It is not to be played with. And from years and years and years of watching, like, all these crime shows, I feel like I'm a little bit of a forensic specialist now. What I know from my knowledge, the grand sum of my knowledge, is that when people stab you, that's like a crime of passion. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to hurt. They want to get up. They want you to feel it. They want you to know I did this. Lisa writes, nope, not watching it. Don't want it stuck in my mind. I completely respect that, Lisa, but I did post a link for those that are interested. You should check it out. You should check it out. You tell me. Damn, yo, Brandy writes, good morning. Maurice writes, glorious resurrection. Like I said, I mean, people's feelings get involved. Then they call that a crime of passion. Like people just react and then don't even know fully what they was doing until it's over with. And you can see that. So people, I haven't read that the woman died. I hope she didn't. You know what I'm saying? That's a terrible way to go out. But TNT writes, we don't know the whole story. He could have been abusive or cheating himself. To react violently is not the first time. Could be. Could be, TNT. Could be. We don't know. Not everybody is tied on as tightly as everyone else is. You got some folks out here that they are one traumatic incident away from losing it all. They're just one traumatic incident away from just snapping, right? They're just one traumatic incident away from doing something completely nuts. And I mean, I don't condone it at all. I I think it's wrong. And I think that, only God can judge ultimately, kinda. But what does it say? Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Leave that up to God. Leave that up to God. And again, fellas, if you've been good to her, then she dogs you out. I'm talking directly to my fellas because that's the scenario that was in this videotape. Ladies, I already know. I got sympathy for you because y'all dealing with these knucklehead ass men out here. I already know. But speaking to my fellas, if you've been good to her and she dog you out or play you out, just leave. You know, it's very hard in this world to find people that really genuinely care about you outside of wanting something from you. That's a very difficult thing. You know what I'm saying? It's plenty of dudes out here that'll jump in bed with a woman in a second. That's easy to find. This world is so cutthroat, it's so backstabbing, it's so me, I, gimme, that the absence of a good presence, somebody that's got good intentions in a person's life, is its own consequence. It's its own punishment. You ain't got to do nothing. You got to bust the windows out of a car. You ain't got to stab her. You got to do none of that. All you got to do is just take your ish, move out, and then whatever your plans were, just go back to your plans and make that happen. That's it. So now she's dead and he's sitting in jail. Who won? She gone. You right? She gone. And nobody cares about your tears. Nobody cares. So what did you really gain out of it? I would say nothing, really. Fame writes, FOH, he ain't got to defend her. Why defend a scandalous woman? She's on her own, see? That's spoken like a man with no morals whatsoever. Now you cheating with this married woman, her husband show up and start putting in work. You gonna run out like a Mitch? Come on, man. Have some damn backbone. Be a man at least. You tell me. You tell me. In this viral video, which I posted a link for you, I'm not going to show any parts of it. You can check it out for yourself. It's only like 90 seconds. It's real quick. Go watch the video, then tap back in and tell me I'm wrong. The video starts. You see a man and woman being intimate. The door gets kicked open. It's a dude with a knife. He's swinging. First, he goes after the dude, right? Because in situations like that, a lot of people displace their anger. You know, you got cheated on, but you still love the person that cheated on you. So you displace your anger to the person that they cheated on you with. And now you got to show them. And then as a man, you know, I get it. You know, you want to make sure that in a situation like that, you know, he want to make sure that this man know that he's no Mitch. You know what I'm saying? You might have effed her, but you can't F me, right? That's how a man looks at it. Like, I need you to know I'm not soft. That's just her decision, right? And so I get it. He runs out the room. He runs out the room, leaves her all by herself with this dude with a knife, turns out to be her husband, and he finishes the deed, and it was not good. Woo, it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. Let me see. Charles writes, anytime a hotel room is involved, it's bad from the get-go. Could be. Could be. And damn hotel rooms. I blame the whole hospitality industry. Janice writes, good morning, everyone. Kush writes, good morning, Nate and the Choppers with a Z. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Dale writes, cheating is not a death sentence. It depends on what culture. In some cultures, it is. They're still doing that over in what, Pakistan, Afghanistan, something. Every once in a while, we see it. Should it be a death sentence? I don't think so. But it all depends. It all depends. You know, cheating can be a death sentence. You know, you can go out there and cheat and then get a disease and bring it back to your unsuspecting whoever. And now y'all both got a disease. You can get AIDS that way. I bet you people have gotten AIDS that way. That's a death sentence. It all depends. You know, my thing about it is I think people should be honest with themselves first and how they feel about scenarios, and then be honest with their partners as much as possible. You can't ask for anything more. Like, you can't stop somebody from doing something they want to do. Don't even try to put no effort in that. All you can simply ask is for somebody to be honest with themselves and then be honest with you. That's it. That's it. You don't get nothing more than that in life. You don't get nothing more than that in a marriage. You don't get that. You know, all you can get is, you know, what people present to you. Other than that, there's nothing more you can get. He didn't want to catch that fade. Nate Clarence, I know he ran out like he was screaming at the top of his lungs. I'm like, wait a minute. You wasn't doing that. You was the man 5 seconds ago. 5 seconds ago, you all up in, you the man. Now, when her man shows up, all of a sudden you running out the room. I don't know. Never been in that situation before. Charlie Winburn writes, good morning, great people. And remember, whenever you focus on this week, good or bad, you get more of it. Like Nate says, focus on winning and you get more of it winning. Absolutely. Winners focus on winning and losers focus on winners. You already know our motto. So stay focused and stay winning. Check out this moment from Renewed Community Church and we'll start the show or get back to the show in just a second. Don't go anywhere.
The words for today are mental health. It takes 60 seconds for the universe through the invisible law of attraction to be fully activated in your life. God's invisible law of attraction is available to you today because you are just 60 seconds away from better mental health. Take the next 60 seconds and improve your mental health by telling a mental health story for 60 seconds 3 times a day for 21 days. Why 21 days? Because that's how long it will take to change your life. Now say this mental health story out loud 3 times a day. It is my divine and human right to embrace inner peace, calmness, and happiness today. I confess that my mind is calm and alert and sharp and focused. I focus on what I really, really want today. Today, I allow love, joy, peace in my life. For a free ebook and coaching, visit renewcommunitychurch.org.
For a free ebook and coaching, visit renewcommunitychurch.org. Again, renewcommunitychurch.org. You know, people are always chasing happiness. Look at that right there, man. I love this image right here. As if happiness is like its own little island, which it can be. But happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. So if you're chasing happiness, what are you doing to make it happen? Nothing happens spontaneously. You got to make it happen. Good morning to you. 513-873-7134. If you'd like to share your thoughts this morning. Yeah, it's a lot of light coming in from the right. I got this. I cover it. I got like a heavy curtain blanket that blocks out all the light. I might do that because I feel like I'm just being washed out on both sides, but we'll see. You tell me. If it's good for you, it's good for me, homie. Good for me. Maurice writes, wow, he was obviously hurt. Nat writes, a knife won't take out 20 people in the crowd unless you're a ninja. What? Unless you're a ninja. Oh, man, that reminds me of my son. About 2 weeks ago, he was like, Dad, will you take me to the park that's got ninja stuff? I said, ninja stuff? This is what a 6-year-old little boy asks you. He's like, Dad, will you take me to the park that's got ninja stuff? I'm like, ninja stuff? I had to think about it. I'm like, oh, he means like different stuff he can play and swing on. So they got a park over here on Ohio Avenue in Clifton. It overlooks the city. It's beautiful, actually. They got all kind of ninja stuff over there. So if your grandkids or your children or nieces and nephews want to play on ninja stuff, take them to that park. He was super happy. I got dad points that day. Big dad points. Good morning to you. Damn, check out that video and tell me what you think. Hold on, I'm getting a message right now. Unforward. Oh, okay. Hold on. I didn't think the messages are unforwarded. I don't think. Yeah, I'm not forwarding any numbers. Yeah, our 873-7134 number should bring you straight to us this morning. Shouldn't be going anywhere else. But thanks for the heads up, brother. Let me double check on that. Yeah, I don't recall that at all. We just did a show on Friday. I haven't changed anything since then. So it's very interesting. But let me double check. Real quick since you brought that up, bruh. Appreciate you. That's how you know people care about you, when they tell you shit ain't right. I keep saying it, man. When people don't care about you, they let you look crazy. Nah, we good, B. You must have dialed the wrong number. So give me a call at 873-7134. We Gucci. Watch that video and tell me what you think. How you gonna run out the room? Oh, that's your wife. Wait a minute. That was my wife that you were sleeping with. So when I wasn't there, it was yours. But when I show up and now I'm angry with a knife, all of a sudden you want to run out the room. I thought there was a little bit of weakness, but maybe that's human nature. I don't know. Darlene writes, you never know what a person going to do seeing their mate cheating. The right thing to do is walk away, but really, how many would? No, I think a lot of people would. Yeah. And I think a lot of people will react as well in the moment. But I think a lot of people would just say, you know what, I'm out of here. I know a couple people that just walked out like, I'm out. End up getting divorced. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Yo, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Oh, good morning. Nathan Ivey. What's up, brother? It's been a long time.
Hey, good morning to you, brother. Who am I speaking with?
This is Sean.
Sean? Hey, good morning, Sean.
Yep. Good morning, man. I just want to let all the brothers know. Listen, there's better ways to handle that. I was in a similar situation. To add insult to injury, found out that my ex-wife was abusive as well to our youngest son when I wasn't around. I used to work long hours. So when I called on to what was going on, she tried her best to get me to put my hands on her here. I wouldn't do it. I went and got a restraining order based on what happened to my son, got her put out the house, got a divorce, got sole custody of our son. She pays me child and I got the house. Now she's broken tired somewhere working overtime, trying to figure out how to navigate through life now when she had a husband and a home and a comfortable life. But whatever she saw out there, stars in her eyes, all dreamy out or whatever she saw, she found out it wasn't worth it. And then when she saw it was serious, she tried to stop the divorce. I wouldn't do it. I was like a freight train going through all this. I said, no, we're going to do this. I was not going to throw away my life, possibly get put in jail or retaliate. No, I have our son to think about, and I enjoy my freedom, and there's plenty of other women out here. So walk away. Simple as that. Walk away. Keep your life intact. There is life after a disastrous relationship. That's my advice.
Appreciate the advice, brother. Can I ask a question, Sean? How did you find out?
I have my ways. What I did was I figured out, because Cincinnati is so small, I figured out who the gentleman was, an older gentleman. I'm going to be honest, man. I'm going to be totally honest. I had a moment. I thought about it, but I said, no, I'm not going to hurt this old man because I could have. I found out where he lived. I even saw her car parked outside, too. I said, nah. I kept it moving. I just got help of that man's ex-wife. She helped me figure out what was going on. She clued me in. So she kind of helped out a little bit.
Wow.
So yeah, I found out. Yeah. Oh yeah. My network, she didn't know how strong my network was. And like I said, yeah, we did a little bit of petty back and forth. I succumbed. Like I said, I'm human. I succumbed to a couple things. I saw her put pictures on Facebook and stuff that she was doing with this man. And so when she came back to the house to get her belongings, I had pictures of myself with another woman slattered all over the table, and she lost it. And, she damaged a couple things, but, I could deal with that. I took my lumps, But I just couldn't figure out why she expected me to fight for her and try to win her back. I couldn't figure that out. I'm thinking, after all this, I'm supposed to fight for you? Nah, keep it moving, sweetheart. 15 years, man.
How many years?
15 years. I said no.
17 years?
15 years. We're together. 15.
15. Okay.
15 years, yep. 15 years of my life I will never get back. But like I said, it's water under the bridge. I'm in a better place. Our son is in a better place, and I got the whole damn house to myself. And, leaving her to wonder what the hell's going on. Best feeling ever.
Winning.
So, yeah, it's better ways to handle it. Better. I'm not going to throw my life away over a cheating spouse. It's not worth it. Just move on. Walk away.
Right. Now, did you ever confront the other dude?
I was on his trail. Come to find out, he took a job in another city. I'm not making this up. So yeah, I didn't get a chance to do it because he fled the city, basically.
Okay,
I'm serious now. I promise you, I'm not making this up. But I said, nah, I wasn't going to. I thought about it. I wanted to, but I said, no, that's not worth it.
Right.
Because in that moment, oh, no doubt, man, no doubt.
No, go ahead and finish your thoughts. You said in that moment.
Oh no, I had a moment, and I thought about it, but I said no. I confronted him. I see him face to face. I might have done something I would have regretted. Let's say I'm 45 years old. This man's like damn near 60, older man. So, I mean, I probably would have hurt him. So I said, no, I wasn't going to, yes, she saw somebody, I guess, older, more established, more money. Okay, well, have at it. I'm still building my wealth.
Right.
That's what we was doing together. So there's no shortcuts to that. So
Right. And,
but no, my advice: stay in a toxic relationship, something like that happens. Respect yourself more. Don't stay in a toxic situation. Somebody who don't respect you, somebody who's not faithful to you, not loyal to you. You can do better. You deserve better. Just remember that. This is my advice to men and women.
Sean, thank
Trust
you for the
me,
call.
it's difficult at first, but life goes on, brother.
It certainly does. Hey, Sean, thank you so
Yep.
much for the call, man. I appreciate you.
Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, he handled it the right way. He handled it like a man. But he was honest. He's like, yeah, I was in my feelings. It sounded like Sean was doing a whole investigation, and that's what people would do. They do a whole investigation. You had no idea. You have no idea. Have all the dots connected except for one. And won't say a word about it. I'll say it again. When I saw that video, I was like, oh, MG, this is wild. If you don't know what we're talking about and you're just tuning in, there's a viral video, that's gone viral of what appears to be a man who catches his wife cheating on him. And when I say catches, I mean caught him, like in the act of it. Dude walks in with a knife in his right hand and comes in swinging, kicks the door in. Let me describe the video to you. There's a link floating around inside the description, but I'm not going to play the video because it's too graphic. Dude comes in swinging. He turns his attention on the other man first, stabs him a few times. Dude runs out. Then he turns his attention on his wife. And from what I'm being told, she did not survive it. From the video that I saw, I would not be surprised. And when I say brutal, it was something out of Dexter, which is coming back, by the way. I really enjoyed that series, Dexter. It's coming back because Hollywood is out of good ideas, so they recycle old ideas. It's a scene straight out of Dexter. And I'm talking about for real. And you see it all there for a second. And so what are we talking about this morning? Let me go back to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, buddy. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Doing great, fam. Welcome.
That's absolutely wonderful. Yeah.
You still there, brother? We can't hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. I heard you now.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, tell you what, hang up, fam, and call me right back. Yeah, he already did it. Hey, son, whatever you're doing in there, please stop. I hear my son banging on stuff in the other room. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe he'll give us a call back. Hopefully, I want to hear his thoughts because he was saying some crazy ish in the chat. Talking about something. He ain't got to protect her. I'm like, wait a minute. You was just. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, is this better?
It's much better. I can actually hear you now. I couldn't hear you at all before. Good morning to you, brother.
Good morning to you, sir. However, this situation with this couple, obviously, if you watch the video, they hear the husband coming, or at least the other guy does, because he kind of stops and is looking around. You got one eye on the woman and one eye on his surroundings. For that very split second before the husband comes in the door, you can see that he's kind of pacing around, not pacing, but kind of just looking around like, okay, somebody's coming, somebody's here. I hear noises, and I can't say how. I can almost guarantee I wouldn't have done that, but I'm not mad at the husband. Can't judge his reaction. You don't know what he had involved in that relationship and that woman. You don't know what kind of sacrifices he made. And to be so blatantly disrespectful, to be taking back shots on our bed, he's pissed. And, there's people keep saying, They're in a hotel room. They're clearly at somebody's house, the couple's house. Like, I don't know how the hell hotel room even came into the picture. Whoever said that, But yeah, I'm not mad at that guy. I mean, like I said, I don't think I would have done it, but hey, I understand. Like, there's only certain levels. This is among the most disrespectful events that, every man hopes he doesn't happen. Be one of them. That you walk in and somebody. Oh. Okay. Can you hear me now? Is this better? Okay. Yeah, I said that there are certain situations every individual hopes they don't encounter. As a man, this is one of them, I'd imagine, for every man, that you walk in on somebody plowing your wife. Okay? Now, whether it's being taken by force or it's consensual with her, you don't want to see that. And so this guy just snapped. There's a damn TV show based on women who snap. And that's all this guy did. There's been case histories of people either beating these charges or getting very reduced charges because of the circumstances. You walk in and see your wife having sex with another man. So there's case history about this, like, crime action or whatever. I'm not mad at this guy. And the other guy, he owes that woman nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. He owes her absolutely nothing.
He ran
Doesn't
out and
owe
left
her
her
any
there to get
protection.
stabbed to death. He ran out like a Mitch.
Hey, she was thinking about herself when she was cheating. Now let me think about myself. A crazy man is in here with a knife. When you're scandalous like that, shit happens. She caused this. He doesn't owe her anything. She caused this.
So let me say this to you. Because hearing you talk, I'm starting to change my mind a little bit. So that's their house. And you in another man's house.
Mm-hmm.
Sleeping with another man's wife.
Yeah.
To me, in a situation like that, almost anything that comes your way, you deserve.
Either one of you, both of you, yes. Pardon me, but as the other guy, obviously he wasn't trying to be with her, like, take her away from her husband, because he would have done that deed somewhere else. A hotel, his own house. You know what I'm saying? No, he's doing it in her house. Being disrespectful to the husband. And, just saying, yeah, we're going to keep it here. So, this is on you. You protect yourself. I owe you nothing. I'm sorry. I could get into a situation where that happened with me. I was the other guy. I'm telling the lady, like, look, tell him do not call my phone. And sure enough, these assholes called me on three-way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, all right, bro, you run up on me and you will get whooped in front of your kid. I'm telling you. Like, I can tell you about it one day. Matter of fact, you do need to hear the story because it's quite comical. But yeah, but that's all I got, man. I want to shout out Linda Matthews. I believe she's a very important candidate for Cincinnati City Council. That you need to get her on your show ASAP. You understand me? You need to get her a black female endorsed by the Republicans, the local Republicans. Oh, I want to hear what she has to say. You understand me?
So do I.
All right, yeah. So I'm anticipating an interview, sometime probably this week if you bout it. But,
F your challenges. F your challenges. I have her on what I want to have her on.
Okay. All right, B. It's been real. I had fun. We'll chat again soon. And before I go, please do not be mentioning all these I got beef with these dudes without mentioning why there's a problem. They mention my name or genitals. I don't just pick beefs with people.
You got beef with everybody.
No, I don't just. Brian Taylor mentioned my name in the most hurtful comparison I've ever heard in my life. and then he put my specific name in it. F that. Don't include me in your effery.
Ain't nobody scared.
That's like
of you.
snitching.
Ain't nobody
That's
scared
like
of you.
snitching. It's not about being scared. There's nothing to be scared of. I'm not going to do anything to you, but if you mention my name, we got to have a talk. You know, you mention my name, I'm mentioning yours. And I'm going to tell everybody how fucked up your comparison was and how dumb it was. Willing to leave it be. But he mentioned my name.
And he can mention your name.
No,
you ain't gonna do
yes,
shit.
He did. Yes, he did. There you go. You're trying to make it into something that is not.
You ain't gonna
I ain't
do
falling
shit
for the
about
bait. I'm a little under the weather. I was out amongst you super spreaders. I don't know if I got the sickness or not.
You probably did.
So I'm gonna get off of here. It has been real, and we'll chat again soon. B. Later.
All right, take it easy. That's Fame Rothstein checking in. Oh, that's hilarious, man. What do you think about anything he had to say? That man is so damn sensitive. He ain't gonna do a damn thing. Mention my name. What you gonna do? Nothing. You can say any name you want to say. You're always trying to bully people, man. So if you just tuned in, a couple things we're talking about. We're talking about this viral video. There's a link in the description of today's show. I'll post it again because I want to make sure that you can, be a part of the conversation. And to do that, I just posted the link again just now. So you can check it out for yourself, watch the video, then tell me what you think. I got a couple questions. Like, number one, what would you do in that scenario? I'm talking to my fellas out there. Number two, the side dude runs out. Like, every man for himself. He just runs out. I'm like, wait a minute. You just with this woman. Now her husband show up with a knife. Now you running out? Nah, bro. That's that weakness right there. But the overall thing I want to share with you to my fellas out there, and we got a call from a brother named Sean who was in a similar situation. He said he just walked away. He said he wanted to do something with the other dude, and I get it. As a man, you want to prove to this man that you're no Mitch. But take the M off and put a B on there. You want this man to know that even though you might have been with this lady that was supposed to be with me, that don't mean you can do that to me. That's how a man thinks. It's an ego thing. You want to test them and see what kind of man you really are. I get it. I'm trying to figure out if that was me in my house. I'm gonna be honest with you. Even though I say that you don't have to break the windows out your car, I don't think that I would, for me personally, I don't think it would be possible for me to not have a reaction. Let's say I come home one day to my home. I go upstairs, there's a dude up there with my wife. I don't think he's walking out the door. You know what I'm saying? You can call it displaced anger, call whatever you want. I don't think he's walking out the door. He might run. He ain't walking out. He might limp out. They might carry him out, something like that. But he gonna get some work because you in my house. So now it's deeper than just you with my lady or my wife or whatever the case may be. And I'm putting myself into the situation. It's not really about me. But I'm being honest, like, how would I react to that? I don't think you walking out. I walk into my bedroom, you in there, you ain't walking out of there. You ain't walking out of there. You gonna get some work. You gonna pay for that on some levels. Now, how I deal with her might be different, but I don't see, and I'm in my house, my bed, you ain't walking out of there. You might run out of there. You might jump out the window before I can get to you, but you're not walking out of there. I'm just telling you, whatever the consequences may be. And I'll deal with her later if it's some situation like that happen. But this is life. I mean, this ain't nothing new, right? This is what humans do. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Mr. Ivey. This is your West Side Connection, the one and only Drop Squad 52, also known as the Black Knot Democrat. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, man. Danita is on your arse. She all over you.
Wow. What you talking about?
I'm just saying.
You must have been following. You must have been on Twitter this weekend.
Yeah, I was on Twitter this weekend. She is on your arse.
I thought you was gonna block me.
No, why would I do that?
Because I was lighting up your messages, trying to prove my point, and it also sparked Danita. But my point was proved, and I'm not calling to get an apology from you. Because
you asked for an apology on the weekend, like I expect an apology on Monday. For what?
Well, that's why I said I'm not, because I know you're not going to do it.
I'm just saying, Do what? Why do you think I owe you an apology, sir?
Because you told me that there was no municipality ever anywhere that was releasing violent offenders back onto the street. People that were charged with murder, had murder cases pending, had 3 or 4 felony charges that were already out on bond and then released on bond again, or people that were released from jail because of COVID under these new bail systems. And a lot of these people are repeat offenders because the police chief, he was all over the news this weekend. And of course, the police superintendent in Chicago, the former police chief in Detroit, who is now going to be running as a Republican candidate for governor of Michigan. And I can go down the line. I dropped you multiple cases, actual cases. They got a Chicago where they actually have investigative reporters following these cases of people who are out on multiple bonds. They should have never been bonded out in the first place. So that's all. I mean, I get it, Mr. Ivey. You're gonna do what you do, but
so
I think you know me.
Your argument, huh? Okay, great.
But see, I think you know me well enough that I'm not gonna let you just get by accusing me of doing something that I'm not. Okay, because again, I must reiterate, an opinion cannot be fact checked. Okay, an opinion cannot be a lie. Because Donetta did it on Twitter. She was talking about, well, all this stuff don't mean nothing. What's your real opinion on bail? Are you against it or not? So again, it's my opinion that her and other people who try to destroy what I'm trying to say, other than, looking at what is being said, because it is a fact and it's out there now. But that's not why I called Mr. Ivey. Because I knew you weren't going to apologize. Because, I just wanted to piss you off enough in your instant messages to make you say, please stop, please stop. I got it. So I accomplished my mission. But I love Twitter. I love going back and forth. And it's an honor to follow Fane Rothstein of Fane Rothstein Sports Investing. Because guess what, Mr. Ivey? The Black Not Democrat podcast did a sports show over the weekend. And my guest was Fane Rothstein.
Is that right?
And if you get a chance, I hope you listen to the episode. It's about football is back. And we talked about the NFL new rules this year, Mr. Ivey. Ain't going to be no postponing games if there's a COVID test on the team. Your team could be forfeited a game. Ain't no makeups. They ain't playing in the NFL. And then in the NCAA, with the new rule of players being able to profit from their images, that's what we were talking about. But Mr. Ivey, your topic is great. And I just want to say, Mr. Ivey, we don't know the whole story to this because there are some low down, dirty females out there, Mr. Ivey. This woman could have told that man that either she was in a divorce, she was going through a divorce, or her husband had moved out and they are no longer dating. And she could have been not necessarily setting the man up who she was screwing, but doing it knowing that her husband was going to walk in. And her husband was probably a punk, and she was probably testing his ass. She was probably slapping him around, and she probably wanted to really, really get at him good. He could have had a small penis. Who knows, Mr. Ivey? But until we know the whole story behind this, because like you said, when somebody uses a knife instead of a baseball bat or a gun, that is personal. And again, hopefully we'll hear more about this story instead of just the 90-second video. But I had a similar instance. It wasn't cheating, but I was going through a divorce. Me and my wife had an agreement, and she had moved out because she was the one that wanted the divorce. So we had about a month to go before everything was final in the court. But we were separated, and we had a dog. So she wanted to come to get the dog, but I told her no because I had company coming over. Now, we were cordial and everything, but she showed up, Mr. Ivey. The other woman was here, and the other woman, she took them earrings off. She was ready to roll. But the ex-wife, she just came in, walked back to the garage door, got the dog, and left. But after that, the entire divorce proceeding was turned upside down. It became a contested divorce, which lasted for the next 7 years. And we had no kids, no property. It should have been over in a year, but it lasted 7 years because she was scorned. She was upset. But again, Mr. Ivey, we don't know the whole story to this because I'm telling you, sir.
Why does she want a divorce from?
Huh?
Why does she want to get divorced?
Well, we were married for 13 years. She wasn't happy. And she had just bought a computer, Mr. Ivey. She was in them chat rooms back then. This was in 98. So the chat rooms just started. Boy, Mr. Ivey, this is a long story, and I don't want to get into it. But there was no cheating. We had no kids. And we had an agreement at the very beginning of our marriage that if it was mutual and we wanted to move on, we would split the assets and we would just move on. So after 13 years, she just didn't want to be married anymore. Her family was out here. So it wasn't like I was doing something to her because they would have fucked me up. So it wasn't no domestic. She just wasn't happy after 13 years. So she decided to move on. But when she came by and she saw that woman in here, she was not happy because she thought I was, she didn't think I was going to, move forward that quick. So she walked in, she saw homegirl sitting at the table. I thought something was going to jump off, but she just walked in, got the dog, and walked out. And of course, about 20 minutes later, the woman that I had over, she walked out too. So wasn't a good day. But maybe one day I'll tell you the entire story. But that's all, Mr. Ivey. That's all I got. And, I'm going to keep doing what I do, Mr. Ivey. And the Black Not Democrat Twitter account, which started back in March, I think, I am now over 100 followers, Mr. Ivey. And that's because of the Drop Squad 52 experience on Twitter. You know how I roll, especially if you was on Twitter this weekend. Woo! Man, that Black Not Democrat Twitter feed was on fire. Ask Glenn from Mason. But if you get a chance to listen to that podcast, Mr. Ivey, you got to go toward the end and Fame Rothstein when he's giving his shout outs. Oh, you're going to love it. But that's all I got. Episode 66, season 1 of the Black Not Democrat podcast. You can find it everywhere. Anchor, Spotify. Just Google it. Drop Squad 52. Dropping science to anyone who wants to catch it. Peace out, choppers.
Appreciate the call. Look at Drop, man. Listen, I've inspired a whole new generation of podcasters, man. It's beautiful. Got no problem with it. You one of the choppers, you're doing a podcast, you want to shout it out, go right ahead. Go right ahead, man. Wish you absolutely the best, man. I'm sure it's going to be super dope. I really mean that very genuinely. Good morning to you, 513-873-7134. The one thing about me, there's so many great things I like about myself because I'm a Virgo, and Virgos typically like themselves, is I just want the best for the people around me. I want the absolute best for the people around me. Nothing better. So when I hear about people doing their thing, whether it's podcasts or whatever, man, I send nothing but positive vibes and positive vibrations. So I've been sending those to Drop and to Mason Mahler, to Fame, whoever, man. I hope your podcast shit takes off and is super huge. Nothing would make me happier. So I don't mind when you call in and talk about it. Go right ahead. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Nate. This is Donita, the truth overseer.
Good morning, Donita.
So let me set the record straight. First of all, I didn't just happen to get on Drop's Twitter. This fool actually tagged me in a tweet talking about he wants to hear the truth on Monday. So don't get on here and pretend like, oh, Donita just happened to get on my Twitter. Nah, fool, you tagged me. So what he tagged me in was a news report in Cook County about people who have reoffended when they were out on bond. But for some reason, Drop forgets that it's two separate issues. And this is what we keep telling him. This fool keeps saying they're letting people out on no cash bonds who are violent offenders. And this is what you and I both keep trying to tell him. That's not happening. No cash bail is for non-violent offenders. So then this guy, he takes a clip of himself on your show, Nate, and at 22 seconds, he clearly says, they letting people out with no cash bond, no bail. And I'm like, drop. The video that you posted was about people who have been convicted of crimes, committed a new crime, and then in their hearing, they were granted bail. But that's not the same thing. I don't understand. Either he don't understand or he just playing dumb. So either he's dumb or he's playing. Which one it is, I don't know. But those are two separate issues. People that have been convicted of violent crimes are not walking out of jail drop with no bail. That's not happening. And it is driving me crazy, especially when he puts up a video of him own self saying that. Like, drop, wake up. What is wrong with this guy, Nate?
I do not know. I do not know.
And then I did happen to catch his podcast with Fame. Nate, I couldn't even get through the whole thing. Like, this guy plays a music introduction for Fame and just hyping him up. And, reminded me of, unfortunately, that unpopular kid at school who really wanted to sit at the cool kids table. So, like, he would offer, like, I'm going to do y'all homework if you just be my friend. I'm telling you, like, it was crazy. Like, dude is, like, really begging to be let back into the alt middle because he's, like, tagging them, saying how great they are, all these hashtags about the alt middle. Drop. They don't want you at their lunch table. Okay? Let it go. Go sit with the geeks at their lunch table or start your own group because the alt middle has told you over and over they're not going to let you sit with them, Drop. And if you can learn to tell the truth, he could sit at my table. I would let him eat. I would let him eat lunch with me, but he first got to learn to tell the truth. That's all I got, Nate.
That's all I need, Danita. Thank you for the call. We're going to go ahead and rack her. That's hilarious. Why she say he goes geeks? He said, you can sit, but you got to tell the truth. Oh, my. I don't know why he jocking him so hard. I don't know why. I don't do none of that shit. Ever. Never. I just can't. It's the Nathan in me. I just can't do it. I mean, I wanted to be a Kappa when I was in college. And then I was going through the early, process of that. And I was like, man, why would I ain't trying, man, fuck are we? And in hindsight, maybe I had the wrong attitude, but I took an attitude about that. Like, I ain't lowering myself and I just couldn't humble myself. Maybe that's the problem with me and shit. I couldn't do it. Because the way I was looking at it is like, y'all ain't got nothing I ain't got. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. But hey, to each his own. He really wants to be in the alt middle. He said he had an intro. He made some toast. Rolled out the red carpet. Yes, sir. No, sir. When Fame was on. That's hilarious. Oh, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. Danita writes, does Drop really not understand the difference between, number one, no cash bail for nonviolent offenders, and two, bail hearings for people accused of different crimes after they have served time? Danita, I don't think he does. He keeps conflating the two. And the reason why is because he's watching too much Fox News. These right-wing talking heads, they're talking about this right now. Oh, the problem with the crime is that you got these liberal judges and there's no cash bond and all. That ain't got shit to do. I'm going to say it again. Overwhelmingly, prosecutors, white, judges, non-black. They're not letting out violent black offenders to go back into the streets of their city. They ain't doing it. They are looking at on a case-by-case basis and basing their decisions off of the available circumstances, information, evidence, and history. That's what they're doing. Ain't no damn judges saying, you know what, we're going to let you out even though you just murdered somebody. And if they do, that's called due. It's amazing how Republicans love to drape themselves in the flag. and erode and tear up the Constitution at the same time. It's called due process. That's going to happen. But see, what's happening is, like, in the city of Cincinnati, the Democrats have made some inroads have made some movement in putting Democrats on the bench. So now local Republicans are like, oh my God, the judges, and all it is, they want you to focus on that for the next election. That's all that Dieters wrote this whole op-ed piece talking about how the black community would be better served if we did this and did that. I'm thinking, who in the hell in the black community in Cincinnati did Joe Dieters talk to? He ain't talked to nobody. He ain't talked to us. I see Shannon. Hey, good morning, Shannon. I was just thinking about you. What's going on, Shannon? It's been a minute. She writes, question, how did the video footage even get out? Because it's salacious. It's click worthy, and somebody probably sold it to World Star or some other place. Yeah, they spend money for that kind of stuff. Like some of those videos, they spend money for it. Brent writes, so when did the black non-Democrat and the soft middle finally kiss and make up? The soft middle? That's hilarious. I don't know if they did or not. Like, I think Danita's got it right. I think Drop is, he wants to sit with the cool kids at lunch. And so he's willing to do anything. Like she said, I'll do your homework for you. I'll carry your bag, sir. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you want the new Jordans? I got you. I got 50 on it. You can ask your mom and dad for the other 50. You got them shoes, man. I want you to look good. Charlie Wimber writes, just because you are married to someone or dating someone or have a significant other doesn't mean you own anyone or should be controlling anyone. If someone is cheating on you, use emotional intelligence and walk away like Sean and start your life over again. Live again for another day. Life is precious. Oh, absolutely. Oh, 100%. I don't look at marriage like that. I don't own my wife. She don't own me. I never thought like that. It's not about ownership. It's about commitment. It's about honesty, but not ownership. No, nobody wants to be in a relationship and you feel like somebody owns you or is controlling you. I know I don't. I ain't having it. I will rebel. I just know me. So, but I agree with you overall. Sean called in with the best advice based upon his own circumstance, and he said everything worked out right. And that happens sometimes. Sometimes people think that's why it's so important to wait before you get married. And the reason why you're waiting is because you got to know yourself. A lot of people don't know themselves. They think marriage is going to make them happy. Marriage don't make you happy. You should be happy already. It should make you happier or bring more joy to you. And then 10, 15 years, 7 years, 8 years go by, and you're like, oh, this shit ain't what I thought it was going to be. I want out, which is unfair to let me see. Okay, you got it close to my face. Oh, it's pretty cool. Can I see it? Okay, it's just got like a little design on there. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna wear it today. Are you taking Spider-Man? This is Miles. Be culturally relevant. Miles Morales is big. Yeah, this is my favorite. This is your favorite Miles Morales? Yeah, because you can do stuff like you can do stuff like this. Yeah, he was doing the rock papa. The rock. This dance. Oh, okay, from Just Dance. And you put this on him. That's cool. Where's this? This goes from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? No. Where's that from? It came with it. Came with him? Yeah. Really? Yeah. Oh, man. Wow. This is how he can fly. You going to work today? That's right. This is how he flies. Uh-huh. Well, he doesn't fly. This is a jet book. Oh, it's a jetpack. You gonna say good morning to the people? Good morning. All right. Good morning. All right, Miles Morales says good morning. Let me look at your hair. Okay, let's get that hair taken care of. Here you go. Here, little boy. He done ran out of here. I don't know why you running. Get it to your mama. Or you do it. Can you do it? I'm on the air right now. Do it. They'll brush you off. Come here, man. I gotta answer the phone. Yeah, I gotta take care of him. I mean, it happens when it happens. You want to finish it for me? Okay. Let me see. Let me go back to the phones here. Hey, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Nate. This is Chastity Bowman. How are you?
Hey, Chastity. Good morning. I'm doing great. Welcome.
So I have to raise up something this morning that I don't know if people are truly aware when we speak on violent and nonviolent offenders and this whole cash bail situation. So I do want to make something clear. So in the criminal justice reform world, we do this thing that's called people first language, and we're trying to change the narratives when it comes to how we speak about different things in criminal justice system and reform. Violent offender versus nonviolent offender is one of those things. And the reason why it's a thing is because I can go to a store, I can rob a store and pretend I have a gun, and somebody can say, oh, I seen her with a gun, but I never had a gun. But now I have become, by law, a violent offender. I can get into a fight at a bar. I can pick up a bottle and I can hurl it at somebody. I'm considered a violent offender. You don't have to murder anybody to be considered a nonviolent offender. You don't have to stab anybody to be considered a nonviolent offender. A violent offender. There's so many different levels to what a violent offender is. And so we kind of are very cautious when we compare the two because it creates a barrier for when we are speaking on things such as cash bail as to who can and who can't get out. So when we're speaking on cash bail, first of all, people are pretrial, and the term pretrial means when you go, you have been arrested, you go to jail, you are not convicted of a crime. So if you are given a bail, you are not guilty of the crime because you haven't went before. No one that says that you are guilty of this crime. You're still pretrial. You still have that option to be able to come home. But I wanted to clear that whole violent, nonviolent thing up because that really creates a very biased view when we are trying to push things like cash bail. Because right now in Ohio's prisons, we have over 50,000 people there. 25,000 of those people are considered violent offenders, but not all of them have committed murder. Not all of them have hurt someone in a way that is what we in our minds consider violent. However, I do know several people, and I would love for you to get Lester Young on here, who did 20 years in prison for a murder. But he came out, he is reintegrated into society. He has actually pushed and changed laws in South Carolina to restore Pell Grants into our prisons for those who are incarcerated. Like the incarcerated people are coming out who have committed murders, who are considered violent offenders, who are coming out, and the laws that you are seeing changed, these are the people that are actually changing them. So I think that we need to be a little bit more educated on what that looks like when we're speaking about violent versus nonviolent and when we're pushing different things such as cash bail and things of that sort. So I just wanted to come on and just represent that and just raise that up this morning.
All right. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the call.
Thank you.
Yeah. Did you have a good time this weekend? I know we ran into you down at the Washington Park.
Yes, I did. I really did. I hardly ever get out because, this is what I do all day, every day. So me and my kids actually got to go out this weekend and no cares in the world, but I'm back on the ground this morning. So, okay, but it was good seeing you, and we got to connect soon.
It was, absolutely. And we'll connect real soon for sure, Chastity. Take it easy.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, most definitely.
Bye.
Yeah. We just ran it. I mean, we were talking about some other issues, some things we're working on, but then ran into her. The wife and I were out just walking through the crowd. That's what we do at this point. We just walk through. We just walk through, say hello, and walk out. But I'm glad we did. We wanted to be around black folks. We went to go lunch somewhere. It was like, no, let's go where the black people are. Went over to Washington Park, and they had something going on with black artists, and they just need to do a better job of advertising. You should work with the Nathan Ivey Show, work with CDM and our Repertoire podcast and put the word out there because it actually was a cool event they had down there. at Washington Park, and it was integrating Black artists and just artists in general, local creators, which I'm 100% in support of. And I can't tell you all the details, but it was pretty dope. I think I posted a video somewhere, maybe on Instagram, which I'm starting to put more and more into these social media platforms because I want to get more out of them for what comes next for later this year. Good morning to you. But thanks to Chastity, appreciate her. We might have her on more to talk about that because she is the prison reform chair, I believe, with the NAACP, and she's right in ground zero of a lot of really, really, really important work. And to whatever degree that we can just put some wings behind it and give her more visibility, I'm 100% about it because she seems like she's on some real shit. And you know me, if you're on some real shit for our people, for our city, let me know. You got my support, 100%. Falase writes, I'm crying. Toy writes, Drop says stuff like someone else don't catch it. What's not said in addition to what's said. Hey, good morning to you, Toy. Terry writes, all games without a purpose with some. According to Drop X, the man in Nate's video is about to get out in a no cash bound ride. Answer right, she going in on Drop. She holding Drop accountable. That's the thing about this business. The one thing, if you're going to step into this business, you got to know is you got to get your armor on, get your thick skin, because people are going to say the craziest shit about you. They're going to say whatever they think they can say to get at you. Also, you're going to get fact checked. It comes with the business. It's just so easy now. You can say something. People can say, Google, and put the word in, say the word, and they got all the information right there, just like that. When I started talk radio, it wasn't like that. When I started talk radio, one advantage that the talk radio host had when I started talk radio was that the talk radio host was the expert on that topic in that moment. Why? Well, it was because the internet was just getting cooking, but it wasn't accessible and just so easy like it is now. It wasn't that far away. But what I'm saying is, and maybe that's a bad comparison, maybe it'd be old school, like going back to like the early 90s, late 80s, that kind of era to down. Is that one advantage that the talk show, and you still have that advantage, is that the talk show had, is that when you set up the topic, you had already prepared for the topic. You were the expert to some degree on that topic because you had prepared for it. Nowadays, you bring up a topic, within 5 minutes, people have as much information as you have. All you got to do is Google it. So, to Drop, bro, you keep saying these things, but what Danita is showing you is that all she got to do is Google it. She can Google it in 30 seconds and get all the information, get all the articles. She can get all the information you're talking about and read it for herself to glean, to ascertain, to determine as to whether, you telling the truth or not. And that's what she's doing. So Maurice writes, she's going for the jugular. Nat writes, I thought he got kicked out of crew, shaking my head. David writes, the last segment was brought to you by Hot Garbage Inc. Tracy writes, Lord Jesus. Charles writes, Danita's high school metaphor sounds dead on for Drop. Once you start using saddles, you tend to use them for life. You wrong for that. Using saddles. Drop is a rider. That's hilarious. Cream writes, now that Danita has roasted Drop, how does she feel about schools opening back up with no vaccinations for kids 12 and under? You wrong. This is inside baseball here, so. Fame writes, Danita, you need to apologize to Drop. I had a great time on Drop's show. He is a good interviewer. Y'all be doing him the most, dissing folks. We be doing the most. You talk about the pot calling the kettle black. We be doing the most? Y'all, you mean you, sir? That's Cam Hardy, Brian Taylor, and a whole Brent. You name it, all kind of people inside the chop shop you always talking about. You got the nerve to type that? Rack Danita. Yeah, Danita stepped out. She didn't step out. Anthony writes, getting caught with a gun without a record does not mean you don't get bailed either. Right. Drop, stop watching Tucker Carlson, man. That man don't mean you anything good. He's a propagandist. The difference is here, people are going to fact check you. We are smart, intelligent people, man. We're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. We ain't going out for that. Step your game up, bruh. It's just not going to work here. It's just not going to work. All right, another quick pause for the cause. We'll come right back. A word from today's sponsor, my friends over at Renew Community Church. All right, go to renewcommunitychurch.org for more. Check this out.
The words for today are better health. It takes 60 seconds for the universe through the invisible law of attraction to be fully activated in your life. God's invisible law of attraction is available to you today because you are just 60 seconds away from your better health. Take the next 60 seconds and improve your health by telling a health story for 60 seconds 3 times a day for 21 days. Why 21 days? Because that's how long it will take to change your life. Now say this health story out loud 3 times a day. It is my divine and human right to walk in healing and health and wholeness today. I am well, healthy, and I'm spiritually well, psychologically well, and emotionally well. Today, I walk in divine health and divine healing. My health is getting better and better today. For a free ebook and coaching, visit renewcommunitychurch.org.
If people are doubting how far you can go so far that you can't hear them anymore, family. Good morning to you and welcome back. All right, it's a beautiful Monday, a new start to the week, and you can do anything. You can do absolutely anything. If you got the right plan and the work ethic, anything is possible in this world. I don't want to hear that right now. No, we don't want to play that right now. Sorry about that. Hold on a second. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's get back to it. 513. Let me throw a number out to the ether and see what happens. Already we had a lot of really interesting phone calls. If you want to share your thoughts, 513-873-7134. We kicked off the show talking about this viral video. A man caught his wife cheating, stabbed her up, and stabbed his side dude. The side dude runs out and leaves her there, which I think is less than manly. But some might say it's less than manly for you to be in another man's house sleeping with his wife. Here's what I've learned in my short time on this earth is that whole married woman thing comes with a lot of danger. That's the reason why people do that kind of stuff, because it's dangerous, right? That's a very dangerous thing, sleeping with a married woman. And some of these women will lie to dudes and tell them like, well, my husband is abusive, or my husband's cheating on me, or my husband knows, right? And, all I would say is do what you do. I ain't here to tell grown folks what to do. All I'm saying is when you go down that road, you have no idea where that could lead. You have no idea. You might be putting nails in your own coffin. You have no idea. You just trying to get some ussy. Ussy. That's what I said. Put a U there, we drop the P. Because you don't really need the P anymore. When I say ussy, you know what I'm talking about. So I would just say to my fellows out there, be careful. Be careful. Be smart about it. And don't, unless you talking to both parties, you really can't trust it these days. Like I said, I used to work with a dude that was dead set against messing with any married women. He said he had never messed with a married woman ever. He told me a story about how he was about to smash this woman who was married. The woman told him that the husband knew all about it. Did you order pizza? Hello? It's the husband at the door. His heart probably sank. And he said dude was cool. But that taught him, like, you know what? You can't trust it. Getting involved with somebody else's marriage is you never can tell. Because people will lie. People will lie in a heartbeat. Men will lie. Women will lie. They'll say anything to do what they want to do in the moment. And you might get yourself caught up in a situation thinking it's one thing and it's really another. But that's why I say married is married. You're married until you're not married. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to be with her or him or whatever, he's married, wait until he gets divorced. Then y'all can do what y'all want to do. There's no issues whatsoever. But like people get so thirsty, they can't wait. His divorce is on the way, so that's good enough. I'm like, it might be, it might not be. You just never know. Just never really know in those situations. It's hard to tell. It really, really is. In the video, dude comes in stabbing. He's stabbing. He slices the dude first because in a situation like that, and you in your own home, you come to your home and you see your wife in your bed with another man. I would say 9.99 times out of 10, you're not going to walk out of there. You're either going to run out of there, you're going to limp out of there, you're going to be carried out of there, or somebody's going to drag you out of there. It's just what it is. You put yourself in that situation. It is what it is. So the dude runs out, saves his own life, and leaves the woman in there. And what happens next is something straight out of like a television show. It's like a Netflix series. I mean, I was watching it. I couldn't even believe it was real, but it was real though. And apparently she is no longer with us. She died. And for what? And what exactly? Like, I don't know. I think it's the things, I think people need to think. I think people need to think things all the way through before they actually do things. You know what I'm saying? Edward writes, I like your show. Thank you so much, Edward. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Don't be a stranger, man. You're always welcome. We interesting conversations. It's your morning destination for interesting conversations on Black people, Black politics, and Black pleasure. That's the show. You know, I'm a Black man. I speak from a Black male perspective. We talk about everything, but I am an African American, and we talk from the African American perspective. I say it both ways because I understand it from both ways. Some folks argue we ain't Black, and they make a strong argument. I get it, but I'm just saying. So don't be a stranger, Edward. You're always welcome, man. We on Facebook, we on YouTube. Check us out. Check us out. Tell somebody about the show as we grow. I 100% believe in the mission of amplifying Black voices. You know, I'm about marginalized voices. I'm about progressive voices, and I'm about Black voices. And so that's what we're doing. Next is Lexus search back in the day. I remember that. Mrs. Love being Black writes, good morning, fellow beautiful smart choppers. When you do a live stream show these days, your audience these days is never that far behind you in terms of knowledge of the topic. They're right there with you. They're right there with you because somebody starts a show, I can Google it, the topic and what they're talking about and get as much information in real time as they're talking about it. Didn't used to be that way. Now, it don't really change much for me because I just do me, you know. Hey, if I'm wrong about something, set me straight. I don't get sensitive about shit like that, but it is what it is. Sister Iris writes, and I agree, that's Chastity Robinson Bauman. We need to hear more from her to understand the system. I agree. Ever writes, I love seeing a father taking time with his son. Yeah, he just become a part of the show. It just happened naturally. I'm at home right now. This is my home studio. I've been meaning to give you, it's a small room. I've been meaning to give you a little bit of a studio tour. I think I may do that for my patrons. I'm not sure what you want to see. If you want to see the gear that I'm using, you know, I was watching the Melanin Insights podcast, had a brother named Aaron Hunter on there. He was like, yeah, I'll be checking out Nate's stream and trying to see what program. It ain't no mystery, man. I mean, you hit me up with a chat. I'll tell you anything you want to know. You want to know what program I'm using, what camera I'm using, what microphone I'm using, hit me up with a DM. I'll tell you anything you want to know. It's no secret. It's no big deal to me. I mean, let you do that way. You can do what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I want to see you shine. So if you ever have questions about how to do a live stream, and I might monetize my expertise very, very shortly, but at this point, I'll share it freely with you. Hit me up with direct message like, Nate, what's the camera? I'll tell you. What's the program that you use, the software? I'll tell you. What's the microphone you use? I'll tell you. What's the interfaces you use? How you put the graphics up there? Just hit me with direct message. I will tell you to make your journey a little bit easier. None of this no damn secret. It's real simple. So if you got any questions about any of that kind of stuff and you're wondering like, what's the lights he's using or what's this or that, hit me with direct message. I will tell you whatever you want to know so that you can do your own live stream and set your own setup stuff up. You know, some people might be like trying to hide on. I don't feel none of that stuff. None of this stuff makes the show. I make the show. We make the show. It's the flows that makes the show. That's just all extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'll say it again. If anybody's got any questions about how to do a live stream, Nate, I love your camera and how do you do this and how do you do that? Hit me with a direct message today. I will respond and try to answer as much of your questions as I possibly can, just because I want to help you. Simple as that. So don't be shy. Let's see. Rachel writes, good morning, family. And Junior. Yeah, he was on. Akeem writes, Nathan Ivey, the real Furious Styles. Man, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this fatherhood shit. I don't have no idea. I'm learning as I go. I have no idea. I just try to treat my peoples with the love and respect that I wanted, and that's it. Try to teach them the right thing, but I'm nobody's father of the year. Trust me. I just try to treat my dude the way I want to be treated, and make sure I look after him because that's what a father's supposed to do. But I don't have no idea what I'm doing, y'all. I'm on autopilot here. We don't know. I have no idea. I've had people leave me comments like, Nate, I love what you're doing with your boy. I'm just trying to treat him like I love him. That's it. In terms of how to be a dad, I'm learning every single day. I have no idea. I'm just as scared about this shit as everybody else is. I'm hoping he turns out right. Medium Buddha, we did a good job with that. She's on point. She's superlative. My son, he's 6. So far, I like what I'm seeing. We never know. I'll let you know honestly, but I just try to get a boy his love and respect. That's it. I respect my children as their own individual humans. That's it. God gave me a responsibility. I'm just trying to do it the best I can. That's it. Answer writes, right, Nate, share the knowledge. Right, absolutely. I'll say it again. You got a question like, Nate, how do you do this? And what's that? And what's this? And what's that? And what about the light? Hit me with direct message. I'll answer any question you got. What software do you use? What software do you recommend? It's a lot. I'll share your issue freely. Let me see. Drop writes, I am not a lawyer or an elected official. Fact check them, not the guy on a podcast show. No, Drop, you are I tell people this. When you start doing podcasts, you become a member of the media. When you start putting together an audience, you have a responsibility to make sure your shit is right. And at the very least, you can make sure that your facts are right. Now, your opinion is up to you, but your facts, I feel like you owe that to your audience to make sure that your facts are right. That's the least you can do as a podcaster. If you're doing depending on what kind of show you're doing, there's a whole bunch of different styles, but at least get that right. Politically Petty writes, don't forget to update the PP loan application. Junior is an employee, CEO Junior. Absolutely. Good morning to you. Angela writes, I was on autopilot too, Nate, LOL. I don't know either. Now I know because my kids are grown now. So as a grandmother, now I'm a better parent. Well, with my daughter, we really had no idea what we was doing. We were so fucking scared. Excuse my language. We were so freaking scared. We had no idea. I thought I was going to break her. I thought I was going to be the worst dad ever because I had no idea. All I could do was fall back on my relationships with my father, my grandfather, my uncle. I just used that. So I was privileged in that way. And we didn't have no idea. Now with our second child, we had a better understanding, right? And so we're a little bit more hands off with him. With our first child, and that's typical with most first children, you're just like a helicopter parent. We're like, oh, we can ease up and cut a few corners with him. But still, I mean, a little boy, I will say I love having a son. I do. I love having a daughter and a son. It's the same, but it's different. I love having a junior that's named after me. He looks like me. I love it. He is a lot of fun. Ask campaign Kelly Prather about those PPP loans. So you're going to keep calling her that. Now, when she come for you, don't say nothing, Drop. But Kelly Prather's got a good sense of humor. I haven't heard from her lately. She hasn't really been coming across my radar screen a whole lot on Facebook. So hope she's doing well. Shout out to Kelly Prather. Hope she beats those charges. I hate to see my people go to jail for any reason. I don't want to see that. Ashley writes, good morning, Nate and the Choppers. Oh! Happy Monday. It is a happy Monday. Sharp writes, good morning, Nate and the Choppers. Welcome to the last day of July. 5 months left in the year. It's been a great year so far, family. I got to be honest with you. It's been a good year. It's been a really good year overall. Minus COVID. We've had some deaths in the family, in our circle. It's never good. But, life is beautiful, man. I'm blessed to be here. Sharp writes, good morning. CG Dub writes, good morning, Choppers. Get to the chopper! Ray writes, good risings, all. Mila J writes, how was the Isley Brothers concert? Mila J, I think I ran into you And I didn't realize until after you left. Were you at Gomez on Friday at about 2-3 o'clock? Because I stopped over there. Me and Media Buddha stopped over there, got her something to eat. I got a little something. And I was like, wait a minute. When the sister walked out, I was like, wait a minute. Do I know her? So I'm just putting it out there. I'm not sure if it was you or not. If I was wrong, then okay. Brenda writes, happy Monday. Sister V writes, Hotep, Nathan, and all the choppers. Coming off a busy weekend, Black Music Walk of Fame, boss move. Yeah, I thought it was a great idea. I like the idea. I love what's happening with creative people inside of Cincinnati, and in particular, Black artists, all the way around. All the way around. I love what's happening here in the city, and hopefully we can push it even more. And I think it's overall a good thing. It's all about the attitude you bring to it, right? Let me see. Anyone putting out so-called information is open to being fact-checked, right? Anybody. Every time I crap this microphone, I know people might be like, what's Nate talking about? Google it. That Negro tripping. And they're going to let me know about it. Pat writes, late but here, good morning. Politically Petty Podcast writes, the second was an easier adjustment because we kind of knew what to expect. My son was on a completely different energy level than his older sister. I spent the first 7 years saying, this little boy, man, listen, I'm doing the same thing. We say this little boy all the time. All the time. But again, tell me what you think. Having an older sister, I think, is better. Or not better, it's good for him. It's good for him. It's good for him because he's got an older sister that helps check him. And she don't spare nothing. She don't spare a damn thing. She be on his ass. And I keep telling the wife, you're like, no, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a real good thing. But let me move on. 513-873-7134. If you would like to share your thoughts this morning. I just want to talk about people, politics, and pleasure. Okay. Let's get back into it. I want to hear what you have to think, or hear what you think about what we're talking about. All right. Now, we kicked off things talking about a personal situation. You might be able to identify, hopefully not, because that could be I can imagine that being a very emotional thing where it's the ultimate betrayal. The ultimate betrayal. A man walks in on his wife being intimate with another man in their own bedroom. And what do you think he did? He reacted violently. He had a knife and went after the other man, stabbed him up. The dude ran out. Then he turned his attention on his wife, and it ended very badly for her. My advice for the men out there, yo, what's up, yo? Good morning, yo. My advice for the men is, if you're in a situation like that, I totally understand it. You know, I am a man. You know, I have an ego. It makes me my ego makes me a better man. It pushes me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like every other man do. Okay. And in a situation like that, I can see as a man how you want to confront the older man. I get it. And if you're in your own house and you find another man there, personally, I feel like whatever happens, happens. Whatever you do to him is what they deserve. You know, this is some things as a man you should never do. But you got a lot of scandalous people out here, male and female, that'll do whatever just because they think it feels good. It is what it is. I would say it's better just to leave her. I'll take it from the top. And you tell me if I'm wrong. You could probably count on one hand the amount of people that are outside of your family, and in some cases, maybe even including your family, that really care about you. Most people will come in and out of your life and they're just trying to use you for some reason or other. For women, a lot of men are coming in your life. They want to use you for the ussy. Simple as that. So the absence of good people in your life is its own punishment. The absence of good people in your life is its own punishment. So if you've been with a woman, you've been with a lady, let's say y'all been married, you've been trying to be upfront with her, you've been trying to be real with her, but she just want to just do what she want to do and dog you out. All you got to do is leave her and let her go be with them other dudes. And then she'll find out quickly what's real and what's not. It might turn out for her. It might not turn out for her. But you ain't got to bust the windows out of her car. You don't have to stab her. All you got to do is the hardest thing in the world to do is grab your shit and roll out. That's it. And she'll probably spend the rest of her life regretting that. And even if she don't, it don't matter because you moved on with your life and all that kind of stuff. A lot of fish in the sea type of thing. In the video, he didn't do it. Rachel writes, he came home to his wife banging another man in his house. The rage is understandable. And he took out his rage and got his vengeance right then and there. The other man ran out and left her there by herself. Do you think that he was wrong to do that? Or in a situation like that, you're dealing with a woman who obviously is scandalous. Maybe she don't deserve to be protected in that situation. I don't know. You tell me. I told you in my situation, I just don't see a dude. I don't see me walking out and not doing anything. I know me. I'm probably gonna react violently toward the dude at first, just because as a man, I want you to know what kind of man you really dealing with. I just feel like there should be consequences for your actions. It is what it is. After that, I don't know. You tell me. 513-573-7134 if you like to share your thoughts. I would love to hear them. Now, we've been going until about 9:30 every day. You punk, right? You was the man a second ago. Dude show up, the husband show up with a knife on some it's time for you to pay type issue. Now you want to run out to save your life. I just felt like it was weakness. But some would say that that's a weak man who would go to another man's house to sleep with his wife anyway. With another man's wife. Some might say that. You tell me what you think. 513-873-7134. Hey, what's up with the U.S. men's Olympic basketball team? I thought I was going to get a chance to watch some more basketball. Are they out or are they now in the losers bracket? You got Kevin Durant and all these other superstars and they losing? Who they lose to? France? Wait a minute. You losing to the French now? Now, the U.S. men's team can still win a medal, but now the path to gold is going to be much harder after their defeat. How they do that? You lost to Rudy Gobert? What in the hell? You got Bam Adebayo, Drew Holiday, Damian Lillard, Kevin Durant, and a bevy of other stars, and y'all losing? I thought the Olympics was supposed to be different. Well, the thing about it is now you got these European players, man, and many of them are NBA players. So you got an NBA like all-star team like on the French team. Rudy Gobert is the reigning defensive player of the year. And it just goes to show you that that basketball is a team sport. It's all about the team that plays the best. Even if the other team has better individual players, it's the team that plays the best. Brent writes, Olympic basketball is in pool play. The best records go on to the medal brackets. Danita writes, who is likely to be more forgiven for cheating, men or women? I would say, generally speaking, women, but it depends on the individual. You know what I'm saying? So, for instance, the way I look at things is, let's say my wife cheated on me. If my wife cheated on me and I found out about it, the first thing I want to know is what happened. What's the mind state? I want to know what role I played in it. Where were we in our relationship? As I said before, my wife and I have been together for a long time. If she cheated on me, I'm not going to leave her straight away. I need to understand more why. What happened? Where was your head at? Why did you do this? Then through that process, I'm going to ask myself whether this is something I can live with or not, because I might look at her differently. You know what I'm saying? I might not be able to get over it. And if I decide I still want to be with her and it's something I can deal with, then I'm going to keep being with her. And if I decide I don't want to be with her, then I'm not. I don't think it's necessarily, it depends on the scenario and how things went down, but I don't think it's necessarily the end of the relationship. That's just me. Ernest writes, they shoot too many threes and don't play D. Is that right? I haven't watched any games, Ernest, but I just thought you got Kevin Durant, you got reigning NBA champions. Drew Holiday is a monster out there. At 6'4", he is a very good player. And he's not even the biggest name on the team. And y'all losing to France? Not a good look. Let me see. The officials in the Olympics are allowing more physical play. So the NBA team ain't ready for it. Billy writes, Danita Thomas, women, not you though. I'm out. Her versus me. Sorry, sweetie. Yo writes, men are nice and always forgiving, not like women. Anthony writes, think men would be. Mine says she could let one pass. I was never able to say that. Yeah, let one pass. I'm not saying I got that attitude about it, but I'm human. And, the people, we're all human. Shit happens. I would have to know why. And it would have to be, I don't know what the scenario would be. I really can't tell you what it would be for me to be able to accept it. But it would have to be a scenario where I can't even tell you. I'm just saying hypothetically, that's how I think that I would approach it. Now I'm saying that now. The wifey tell me some shit, I might get in my feelings and screw this, I'm leaving. That's likely too. But I'm just saying what I think is I would sit down and listen to what went down. I don't need to hear all the details, but the mind state. It also depends on whether, how you found out. You know what I'm saying? There's a big difference between a mofo sitting you down and looking you in the eyes and telling you, like, here's what happened, and somehow you find it out years later. It's two differences. Two differences there, but I want to get your thoughts about it. We all know the first question a man whose wife is cheating asks her. Really, what's the first question? Greg writes, there is such a thing as an open marriage. I think the Cincinnati City Council members talked about it. If it's not for everyone, of course, but an open marriage avoids a lot of these problems. You talk about re-cheating. I mean, yeah, it's people to do that. Oh, for sure, 100%. Yeah, most definitely. It ain't for everybody. And I think that even in an open marriage, you can be cheated on. You know what I'm saying? TNT writes, once you have been betrayed, it will never be the same. I think you're right about that. It'll never be the same. But do you need it to be the same in order to continue? Rachel writes, if he is paying attention to his surroundings, then I would agree. Charles writes, he asked her if she gave him oral. Is that right? I guess so, yeah. Ernest writes, KD had foul trouble, didn't play a lot of minutes. Dame played bad also. They should win the next two games easy. Luka had 31 in the first half in his first game. Is that right? Anthony writes, open marriage, why get married then? That we taking us down another rabbit hole there. And I'm going to leave it just like that. Listen, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Thank you for checking out this stream. I'll be back and hopefully better than ever for you tomorrow morning live at 7:30 a.m. We'll chop it up. All right. Have an excellent rest of your Monday. Remember our motto, winners focus on winning. Losers focus on winners. Stay focused, stay winning, family. And we'll talk real soon. I'm Nathan Ivey. Have an excellent Monday, and I'm out.